Hi, lovely people. Good day to you all. Once again, it's your girl Jenny. It is Sunday service with Jenny. If you don't know what Sunday service with Jenny is a time where I share with all my social media friends what I learned at church. And so, Fresh Fire International Ministries is my church. And then, for those of you who have been listening, I always tell you that usually on Sundays we have a Bible study section in the morning, and then we continue with the main service. Okay, so during Bible studies we took our scripture from Proverbs chapter 20 verse 3 and some other scriptures. We were talking about taking charge as a Christian woman or as a Christian man. And so they threw a question to the ladies. They were like, if you're a lady and then you are in your house like a Christian woman, and then another lady walks in and she's like, your husband has impregnated me, what are you going to do? How are you going to take charge? Are you going to get angry, leave the home for your mistress? What are you going to do? We had that kind of banter and all that. Then we came to the main word. So the main word or the main service, we had our preaching from Reverend William Jefferson Akpalu, who is my pastor, and he spoke about revival, and he took the scriptures from Hosea chapter 6 verse 1, Acts chapter 1 verse 8, Joshua chapter 3 verse 1 to 3 downwards. So he was like, you need to be revived before you can move into your next level, because for many of us, we are praying and hoping that God should bless us, but before you move into your next level or your next blessings, you need to be revived. You need to sanctify yourself. You need to separate yourself and put aside certain things, certain characters. And so when we read Joshua chapter 3 verse 1 to 3, especially the 3, he was talking about you sanctifying yourself. Sanctify yourself, because God is about to do a new thing in your life. And for some of you, you'll be asking questions. You'll be like, why is that everybody is doing this thing, but only me, when I do, it seems like this and like that? No, the reason is that you are not an ordinary person. You are not like every other person. And so when you see them sinning, when you see them doing certain kind of lives, when you see them having some sort of characters, you cannot do the same thing, because you are different. You need to sanctify yourself and separate yourself. God has an assignment for you. God needs you for his work. He has a blessing for you, but before that blessing comes, you need to sanctify yourself. You need to revive yourself. And so he was just encouraging us that we should keep praying that, Lord, revive me, because it is only when you are revived that you're going to get into your next level. And then he brought in this story of Obed-Edom, when they had to take the ark of the Lord to David's house, but because of what happened when Uzzah went to help the ark and they strike him. David didn't want the ark of the covenant in his house again, so he was like, they should take it to Obed-Edom's house. And when they took the ark of the covenant to Obed-Edom's house, they began to bless him. That was what he brought about. Like, he spoke about that too, and he was trying to say that for some of you, you think that, I do not want the presence of God for anything. Sometimes you don't even feel like coming to church. Sometimes you feel like giving up. You don't feel like doing anything for God again. But it is at that time that you don't feel like doing anything for God, that is the time that God actually wants to bless you. And so the moment you stop doing what you are supposed to do for God, another person will come and take over the blessing. Do you understand? And so he was just encouraging us, never give up. Sanctify yourself, prepare yourself. Just know that God has a miracle for you, and keep doing what you're doing for the Lord. Keep doing what you're doing for the Lord. Do not allow another person to take your blessing. No, because the very day that you say, today I don't feel like coming to church, today I don't feel like playing the drums, today I don't feel like singing, today I don't feel like being an usher, that is the day a strange person will just walk in and come and take over your blessing. And so, guys, basically this was what I learned at church today. It was a lot. it was a lot, but I've tried my possible best to give you guys a summary. So yeah, this is all about my Sunday service. I hope you learned something from it. I would see you guys next week Sunday. I love you so much. Don't forget to like the video, comment, and share to friends. Bye.